Welcome everyone to ARTIVISM, the Power of Art for Social Transformation. Today we have Santiago Carvajal and Flora Martinez zooming in from Costa Rica. This is the second in the series of ARTIVISM. We are in season 8. So welcome everyone. Thank you for being here today. So today's presenters will be presenting music as a social transformative tool, Santiago Carvajal and Flora Zenit. Santiago is a multi-instrumentalist from Uruguay and Costa Rica. He has played in different venues in Europe and Latin America, playing diverse original music, including meditative, reggae, and fusion. He currently focuses on music production with local musicians. Flora Zenit is a multi-instrumentalist musician, is deeply inspired by nature. Her facilitation of music, improvisation, circles, and kirtan is a testament to her passion for medicinal music, meditation music, and world and Latin American rhythms. Her technical degree in botany further fuels her art, making her a source of inspiration for many. Welcome, everyone. Take it away, Santiago and Flora.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Archie and Caroline, for inviting us. This is exciting to be able to share our art with like-minded people all over the world. I don't know if Santi wants to do a little introduction and then we start over. We want this to be interactive so that we can have the participation also of all of you into these particular topics that we are aborting, like that we are talking about in the videos and in the music.
My microphone now. Hello, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to Archie and Carolina for inviting us to this space. And for us, it's for me, it's very important. I'm very happy and excited to share this with you. So actually, we made this presentation in another format the last March or February, Flora, in a festival. So it was different as we thought. We planned to do it like live. So at that time we played some music and we made some dynamic singing with the people, and it was different. But that is beautiful that our message can reach other people, even we are not close, like in person. So, and I think that's the beautiful thing about arts, about music, that you can get and touch a lot of people actually with all the medias and internet and globalization. You can get a lot of people who can listen to your message, and then it's like two things, because it's beautiful, but it's also a responsibility. For that way, I invite all the artists to say something, because you never know which heart you can touch or what mind you can, make reflect. Or so I think that we as artists, we have a big responsibility with what we say, what we share, what we want to bring outside there. So, and thank you for this space for us to share our music or productions. And I hope that can add for you, all the participants, and for the people maybe you will share, can add something to you. Flora, you want to say something?
No, I think we're fine. Maybe we start already with the first. So the dynamic will be the following. We're going to tell a little bit the story of each of the videos. We're going to present 3 main videos that we've done so far. We're going to talk about how was the initial idea. Then we're going to watch all together the video, and then we're going to have some minutes open for discussion with everyone about their feelings, their thoughts on that particular regard. So the first one that we're going to present is called Dunda Ocean. And it's a video that tries to inspire the protection of the coral reef in our area in Puerto Viejo. So Puerto Viejo, it's a little town in the South Caribbean of Costa Rica with, big diversity in terms of nature. So it's a lot of micro ecosystems together. You have the mountains with big rivers and then the jungle kissing the ocean, literally coming over the ocean, and little beaches with a lot of coral reef alive. But because it's very touristic, some people want to do a marina, and a marina would totally change the quality of the water, kill the coral reef, and there's also already a lot of pressure and a lot of pollution coming from agriculture and hotels and stuff. So anyways, they kind of drive, or they found these biologists that said that the coral reef was dead, but it's not true. So I got inspired to do this dance inside the water to show that the coral is alive. Now, this video was made with a friend, me and the friend, and that's it. So it is very low budget. We couldn't match, let's say, the different blues, because it is very like amateur, but still so beautiful and poetic. People have told me when they see it that, oh, they've cried. And it's really just a poem. And so I like to be the message to be positive, poetic. I don't really resonate with the fighting, which is necessary. I'm not saying it's not necessary, it's just not my style. Yeah, and so the leitmotif, let's say, is the coral is alive. And it's an invitation to really feel just the beauty of it. I'm not a professional free diver, although in the video I look like, but I'm not. And yeah, that's it. Let's watch it. Okay. Thank you so much. I don't know if somebody wants to say something about what they saw, what they felt. It was a little bit choppy because of the transmission, but in general, it was good, I think.
It is so beautiful, so beautiful and poetic. I think you did get that. In the chat, it was wonderful. One quick question. I mean, since you do want to have, this format as a kind of discussion. So after each one of these video clips, if somebody has something to say, a comment or a question, please feel free, to address it now. And then again at the end. How was it received? Right? I mean, because they said that the coral reefs are dead, and you're showing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's interesting because everything that appeared, yeah, Felipe Vega is saying this, yeah, the turtle is alive, and that was the premise, because the turtle that you see, she happened to be there. She actually has a name. Some people call her Sisi, and so she lives there. And there's a North Shark, and there's other stuff. The person who did the video, he is just a free diver that he does it for fun, and he's also a surfer, and he can go really down and stay like 3 minutes only on his lungs. Yeah, and so he knows the area. So, and this is only in 1 or 2 beaches in the area, and we didn't really go deep. This is like maybe 5 meters from the shore, maybe 15, so like 30 feet from the shore. It's not far. We're right there. It was well received. The people really liked it. Then I remember some surfers friend, they would just keep saying, the corals are alive, the corals are alive, because that's how you counteract the lies. They repeat, oh no, these corals are dead, that is shitty, this and that. And no, like when you have a truth, you make a statement and you put it in the conscious so that it also goes into the subconscious. This first video, though, I wanted to have more impact, but it didn't. And I know why. I understood after, because this was on one of the first projects. After I did one more project with Santi and other stuff, I understood that for it to really integrate in the community, you have to include them, not only in the final product, hey, I did this, look, but also in the whole process. So I did for this one the music, and my friend did the editing. Nobody was included in that process. So they don't have this ownership. So that is very important. We're going to talk about it later, about the ownership and the participation of the creation of the art itself, for the people to really take the message as their own message and not something that is being brought to them.
Yes, right. I mean, it has to be a community that comes together, right? Like you said, to take ownership, to, feel passionate about it. Any other questions or comments before we move on? Okay. The next one I believe we're showing is the Nadi one. The next video. Would you like to say something about that one?
It's
Now,
Santiago. Yeah,
me.
Santiago.
Yeah, I just unmuted the microphone. Hey, thank you, Flora. This video is beautiful. You can find it on YouTube. I think there are all the links later, and then you can find it on Spotify by Dundia Ocean, and Flora Zenit. You can have only like the sound if you want to add it to your soundtrack. And so let's start to talk about Nadie es ilegal. No one is illegal. I think the message is kind of clear of this, and I just wanna introduce you how this idea from this production born. Here was like a boat. I don't know the name. Maybe you help me, Flora. Sorry for my English. I do my best, but it's not perfect. El barco encallado. ¿Cómo se dice que está encallado, Flora? The kind of stuck.
A stock, yeah. It was a sailboat. A sailboat.
Stuck, and that's produced a lot of controversy in the community. Some people say that's trash, and say to the owner of this sail ship, no, that's trash, you should take it away. But you know, the price to take this away from the coral was kind of same expensive maybe as the ship itself. So he leave it like that, and the people start to use it like a selfie point. It was curious all what's happening around this was, you know, and all the Facebook from the community group, a lot of people discussing about this. But that was the nice thing. That's two artists, they decide to paint a graffiti on it, because it was really by the shore, very close, you know, you can access like walking. And two artists decide to do a beautiful art. And just one day to the other, I saw this art. You will see in the video. And it was the face of like a children, almost like kind of crying, you know, with some tears. So this is an interesting expression. And it says, nadie es ilegal. And so I say, wow, how, you know, the people of the community, like, you know, arguing what's happened with this, and just two people haven't seen something beautiful or use it to do art of them. For me, was total alchemy. For me, this is how the artist has like eyes for that, you know. You know, you can see always, also in the trash, you can see art or whatever, no? And so that's impact a lot to me, and decide, wow, how the art can like provoke or provocar, como se dice, like react to do more art. And I say, I wanna make a musical video there, and with this graffiti in this boat. And that was the topic. No one is illegal. So I decide to bring together some people who was like traveling here, like singers, some people from the community who's living here, from the community itself, but like from other countries. Here, let me tell you, in Puerto Viejo, there are many different nationalities. So you can find more, maybe than 40, 50 language and nationalities. That makes this place special. And so I decide to use this topic and this scenography to do this music. So we came together, and we create the chorus, and everyone create like the lyrics, and say, okay, I want to record that's this live, playing live, acoustic, and right on the spot. A funny thing was when I start to work in the production, the water was under the knees, but the day we went to record, it was over the knees. So we get with something that is also like is related, you know, to this no papers people who traveling maybe in boats, and a lot died, you know, in the Mediterranean, also here going to the States and Florida. So it has also like significado, ¿cómo se dice? Yeah, meaning, a meaning.
Meaning, significance, yeah. Meaning, yeah.
So I want you to see that and to enjoy it.
Great.
You want to add
I want to add something. Now that you mentioned about that boat, people took pictures of it, and then they did shirts with the boat. It was so famous. And another artist in the area, she actually hung a silk, and then she did silk dance on the boat. So it was a whole thing happening in the boat. You're right. And I want to say that my video was more about the diversity of Puerto in terms of nature, but also Santi is touching the diversity of humans. Puerto, it's 15,000 people, 1-5. It's a very small town in the middle of nowhere, really. And so you have 70 nationalities, plus the Jamaica, plus the indigenous. So it's really diverse in all regards.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Nada es ilegal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No one is illegal. Yo siempre voy donde van tus pasos. Nada es ilegal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No one is illegal.
Don't ask I man for him passport. Yo, similar band.
Immigrants have brought so much culture to the people. To force them out is evil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rich in vibes, they sacrifice. For centuries, never treated like an equal. Like they are in people.
Hey yo, so listen, them take I man from me culture and teach me about them. Take over me whole and then frontiers, so me can't travel again. With passport me might, if not me illegal. Be careful with who me talk, be careful with who me walk.
Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Yo siempre voy donde van tus pasos.
Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Don't ask I man for him passport, similar band.
Children crying out for their mothers, families separated from each other, sleeping on the cold, cold floor. We can't allow that shit no more. Who are they to create borders here? Only been here a few hundred years. Ancestors miles deep in the ground. We worked this land for 100,000 years now.
Qué pena si subo al cielo y San Pedro me marca un sello y pone un número en mi cuello y que ha venido a trabajar. Voy saliendo de la tierra, solo vine a matizar. Aquí no queremos vagos, así que no puede entrar. Pues me voy para el infierno, el fuego quemó la bandera y ya no hay cancerbero vigilando la frontera. Señor agente, ponga el reporte, hace 2 días que el pasaporte no creo que le importe, andaba muy high, así me salto los muros que hay. Ni negro, ni blanco, ni pobre, ni rico, ni gringo, ni tico, nadie es ilegal. Ni negro, ni blanco, ni pobre, ni rico, ni gringo, ni tico, nadie es ilegal.
Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Yo siempre voy donde van tus besos.
Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh.
Similar band, man.
No one is illegal.
Don't ask I man for him passport. Yo, oh.
Esta canción está dedicada a todos los migrantes que van caminando por el mundo, aquellos que no nos ven como seres humanos, sino como recursos humanos, que no tenemos rostros sino brazos, que no tenemos un nombre sino un número, y además por no tener un papel valemos menos que la bala que nos mata.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Yo siempre voy donde van tus besos.
Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Don't ask I man for him passport.
Once again, nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Yo siempre voy donde van tus pasos.
Nadie es ilegal. Oh, 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 oh. No one is illegal.
Don't ask I man for him passport.
So I ain't go tired to see this video. I can watch this video one and once again, because I remember the whole process and it was so beautiful thing.
This was beautiful. And when was it made?
In 2021, I think. Yeah, 2021. It was kind of the middle of the pandemic. And we as artists, we were so, dirty and hunger to come together and make music together, because we live from that, from come together, show our music, play with other musicians. And let me tell you, here in Puerto Viejo it wasn't like in the cities. That was really strict. We were a little bit more chill in this sense. Actually, we made we made a lot of productions coming together, and that was one. And then where we were really, really motivated to make music together, and I think that's made this production so that worked so well.
And the
Because
message.
everybody was there just for free. There was no money involved. One say, okay, I put the video, another say, okay, how can I help? And that was really, really autogestive. I don't know if it's the word, autogestivo, like just adding
Self-made. I would say
like
something like
self-made
self-made.
without money. No money was involved. And that's always I say something that sometime I hear, I don't remember from where, but it is resonate a lot with me. That's no political parties, no flags, no even like we're in Latin America, we like a lot football, soccer, and no football team unite the people more than the experience the people can live together. That is what unites the people, and stays in your heart, and say, okay, I have shared something with this person, so we are kind of united in one sense. Sarah
has a question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I see a lot of art activists making art with similar themes as that. I was just wondering who inspires you, because I can think of like a couple artists that I'm familiar with that remind me of very similar themes that you have in that video.
For example, Sarah?
So I was thinking, well, obviously, the person that I was thinking of, it doesn't really make videos. He makes sort of sculptures, but have you ever heard of Geronimo Gomez Pina?
Not really.
Yeah, he
No.
makes he makes art, and it's one of his famous pieces is called The Crucifixion, and it's about how Latino Americans are sort of suffering, I guess. Yeah, I encourage you to look him up. He's very interesting.
Cool, thanks. Maybe you can share the link to the YouTube or something on the chat. That's possible, Argy? It's possible,
Yeah.
no?
Yes,
That
sure.
she can share this so we all can check it. But
It's
not really. So no, I don't really know his work, but I got kind of inspired on what's happening in my community, and because it's a co-creation. So every artist put them flavor on them creation. So we were kind of inspiring ourselves between us. Yes.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sarah, if you can put the name in the chat, we can, probably look for it. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? I mean, the message is so clear. right? It's what's happening and what we're dealing with today, globally, I think. It's very beautiful. Okay, we can go on to the next one. Flora, you're muted.
Yes. There you go. Yes, perfect. So the next one, since Sarah made that question, is funny because the next video that we're going to present is our last co-production in between Santi and me. And this was more elaborate because we've been learning from the past, right? So we really included people, we made the message, we took the time to make it more to work on the details, but also our first inspiration was not only the situation that we were living, but also the work of Feka Kuti. So I don't know if you're familiar with Feka Kuti, but he is a musician from Africa. I forgot the country. What is the country? Santi?
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria, which is,
Nigeria.
Nigeria is similar to the situation of my home country, which is Venezuela. But anyways, Feka Kuti, he was an amazing saxophone player, and he was a political activist, but he would make these long speeches with the music accompanying all the time. So his songs could be like 17 minutes, and the band was just huge all the time. So it was really having fun while having a political statement. So one day I was in a drumming circle, and I was just feeling very sad about how in our little town the people are, or were, because now they're not like that, we're a little bit passive.
Flora, sorry. You remember we're going to do the dynamic to invite the participant? Yes,
Okay,
maybe you
okay.
introduce that before you continue.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
prior to whatever I'm going to say, I would like to every one of you, we're going to take 30 seconds in silence and connect with what you believe is abundance. Not richness, not abundance. What is abundance? And we're going to just have that in our head. When do I feel abundant? Where do I feel abundant? How do I feel abundant? And what is the abundance that is today surrounding me? I just want you to maybe find 3-5 elements of abundance in your life. And then we're gonna give you some time to participate. But first, we want you to see this, right, Santi? Should I tell the story of how we? Okay. So now that you have abundance,
We wait till everybody have them reflect, and it's we wait a little bit so everyone has the words, the things, and that's very important to reflect also to ourselves for the normal life. What is abundance? I'm living in abundance. I miss something that for me is important. It's abundance, and I don't have it in my life. Because abundance for each one can be very, very different. As luxus, I always say this: luxus is for everyone different. For example, for me, luxury.
Yes,
luxury. Yeah, luxury for everyone is different. For example, for me, a luxury is like to be with less clothes, like short pants. So I can wake up every day and it's not cold for me. That's why I moved from Switzerland. I was living there, really cold, to the Caribbean. And that for me, it's luxury. For me, it's luxury, for example, go out and see trees everywhere. It's kind of medicine for me. So, and for everyone, it's other things are the same as abundance. So we invite everyone to reflect about, and so we can continue, Flora.
Yeah, then I think, I don't know how you feel about this, Santi, but I think it would be nice to see what everybody thinks abundance is prior to us speaking further. So I don't know if people want to jump in the camera, or maybe they just want to write it in the chat. And so we see what is our concept as a collective of the term of abundance right now. Sharing with others, Sarah Carolina. Yes. This human connection. Yes. Anybody else?
I think what Carolina said, sharing with others, being able to give, to provide, you know, to share, to inspire.
Abundance
Yeah,
of
so that.
Oh, I was just gonna say abundance of being able of expressing your mind and breaking the systems that have been taught to you.
So freedom of speech, of expression.
And of thinking.
Of thinking, yeah, freedom of thought.
Yeah. And once you're able to reach that abundance that is not what is taught to you in this material world, you have reached that luxury, like Mr. Santiago was saying.
And Felipe put in the chat, gratitude brings happiness. When you count your blessings and feel gratefulness, you cultivate abundant happiness.
Beautiful, Felipe. I totally agree with that mindset. Gratefulness just opens the field for more to come. Totally. And
share the video?
Yeah, before sharing the video, so the situation was the thing. There is this mindset of we don't have enough in the town. No, some of the people are like, we don't have enough. We don't have a mall. We don't have a cine, like a cinema. We don't have. The mindset of what I don't have, and so I was sad in the fact that some people cannot see everything that they have. So in this little town, we still have clean rivers with drinkable water. Not all of them. There's one river that is horrible, but the rest that are there, they have clean water. We have amazing clean air. We have wildlife. You know, in this ecosystem, we have sloths, monkeys all the time. In my house, there's monkeys all over. In Santiago's house, all over. We hear the Harler monkeys in the morning, 4 a.m. They wake us all instead of the rooster. It's like, and then you wake up. And so also we have the beach. We have the turtles alive, back to the first theme. And we also have a lot of freedom. Now that Carolina mentioned that in my town, everybody, there's little like status quo. There's a lot of freedom of speech, of thought, of being, and there's peacefulness because there's no rush. It's not a city, and there's this lush jungle. So all of this is so much, but it needs to be protected. And again, when it comes to ARTIVISM, I don't want to be attacking. I don't want to be attacking anybody. I want to be inviting. So instead of saying, oh, you unconscious people, I was like, hey, a conscious people protects, value what they have, and then defend it. Because I believe in positive conditioning and positive messages, right, that we implant in our brain. So I come with this, and then I said, hey, Santiago, I want to do like an Afrobeat with this. And I invited a lot of musicians, and nobody really believed in me. So it stayed like that for many months. And then Santiago came. He was like, hey, Flora, I've been working on the idea that you have in your head. Let's work it together. So I had a melody and I had the chorus. And then Santiago started to work on the arrangement. And then he went further. He started to invite other musicians, the best, the cream of Puerto Viejo, like the classical, the really representative musicians of the town, foreign years locals, indigenous, Black. It was all very diverse. And then we did the video through a donation. So it was, again, everything really self-made. And with how can I say, the flavor of each one of them. It was not only Flora saying something and Santi saying something, it was all together saying something. I don't know if you want to add something, Santiago. Sorry. Maybe.
Yes, of course. And then, yeah, Flora have this great idea about, to plant this seed of conscience, to observe and really see really make the people see and reflect, okay, what is our abundance? All this nature. And so that is complemented also with the cultural abundance. It's how Flora said before, in this place, it's like you have indigenous people, like two groups of indigenous, Cabécar and Bribri, from this zone, and then you have like the Afro-Caribbean people, you have Chinese people that's living in the area since many years, and you have people more from San Jose and from all around the world. So that's a richness. That is a treasure too. That's abundance of culture, of diversity. So for me, what's very important when I was thinking in the production to invite different elements from this community who bring this abundance. So I wanted to add it. It was, let me tell you, it wasn't easy to do. When it's no money involved, it's not easy. Just everybody's coming for free and, giving the time. It was, Nadie es Ilegal was easier, but this took kind of a year, Flora, of work, because, everybody has their own time, okay? I remember going with Flora to wake up one singer, to say, today, we have to record the voices, and then, but that's the thing. What's happened in a community, that's the reality. How you deal with the people. Because you can be really spiritual, really meditative, and go into a cave for years and meditate and maybe get illuminated. But the truth is when you interact with the society, with the people. That's our school, our teacher, our medicine guru. It's interact. It's not easy, but I think it's how do you, como que dice, vale la pena, Flora, se dice, it's
worth it.
It's worth it to do it. So maybe we go to see to show the video.
Un pueblo consciente valora lo que tiene y lo defiende.
Pasbra hatko hemisua sakraveka Well, Lava, you don't know already. Love and unity. Oh. people, yeah, all the people, those who have done what they have done in the past, yeah, so we can be here today, yeah. We have to stand up strong and keep everything steady, yeah. Look up to the Most High, and we can be one people, one God, one unity. Remember, to keep the unity, yeah, yeah.
Lord of mercy, to all the people, go back to the roots. A war, Reverend, I go trope up here. Open your eyes and you live up now, because you're gonna stay without your share, without your share.
Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene.
I know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene.
We have a chance right now.
Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Tiene corales. Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Tiene la selva. Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Tiene la playa. Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Los ríos limpios. Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Fauna silvestre. Pueblo pide abundancia y ya la tiene. Y ya la tiene. Agüita de coco. Ya la tiene. Amaneceré. Ya la tiene.
Okay.
This was beautiful. I got goosebumps. I don't know why. I guess just seeing so many different people and the children, and you know that I almost felt like you didn't even need to really hear the words. You felt it, you know, from the music and from the scenery and you know the expression on people's faces, the singers, the way they moved. It was beautiful. I mean, the words were like, for me, it didn't even matter if I understood them or didn't even have to listen to them. I got it. It was beautiful.
Yes, totally. I agree.
Flora,
Yeah.
maybe you can translate some of the main sentences.
Yes, so the main sentence says, conscious people. So pueblo in Spanish means people, but also means town. So when I say pueblo, I mean both. So a conscious town or a conscious people values what they have and they protect it. And then a brave or courageous people protect what they have and they defend it. And then also at the very end, when it gets even more joyful, what we're saying is people are asking for abundance because there's this mindset of more jobs. If there is a hotel, there's more jobs, blah, blah, blah. So they are asking for abundance, but they already have it. So that's what we're singing. People are asking for abundance, but they already have it. They have this, they have that, they have the jungle. So me, I am singing like words, and also Memo and the other singers are saying things that we already have and that are abundant. And then we just stick to we already have it, we already have it. And we say different things like coconut water, freedom, tranquility, the ocean, all of this, you know, name them. And then the other two artists that are singing, the other three artists. So there's Carlos, he's the indigenous, he's saying the same thing, but in an indigenous language, Quebecer, as an invocation. And then the other two singers are, I would say, what, Creole? How would you say? They're like, yeah, like this very particular culture of the Caribbean of Costa Rica. They speak in English. Well,
Creole English,
like,
yes.
Creole English. And so they are saying, you know, Memo is saying the Garden of Adam and Eve, you know, and all the peace you get in the jungle. And
also,
then there, yeah.
And also Mateo, he's saying, yeah, we gotta protect us, or you know, the people who came before, you know, the ancestors, the elders, what they create, what they worked for, you know, to give us this what we have, you know, from all the people came before, no, that's very important. Also, Flora, the sentences at the beginning, no, un pueblo consciente cuida lo que tiene y lo defienden, pues maybe, tal vez traduces eso.
I did translate. A conscious people value what they have and they protect and they value it. That was the main message. And after, there was recently, maybe it seemed like 5 months, some trees were cut down in a protected area. And one of the people that live there denounced it, but with videos, he made a huge thing, you know, and then he got supported by the local ecological activist. So it went really big, finally. And I remember I was not able to go to the protest, but Santi, you were there, right? And they used this music in the car. There was a car, you know, blasting out the music and people were dancing over it. So it made me really happy to see that they are, again, owning the message, making their own, identifying with it and using it. Yeah, maybe you want to share something about that, Santi?
Yeah, so when you make music with the message, all what you want is that the people get this, people get identified with this. And so I was so happy to use this in this manifestation. And I was telling everybody, that's some music, because it was loud in this car, and all the people start to sing, and I just was listening, and the people was around, oh, who is this singer? Who is this group? It sounds amazing. So proud of us. It's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool,
And
so cool, so cool.
you pulled it off. You got all those musicians to play in such
But
harmony.
no easy.
Beautiful.
No easy, I tell you.
No, it wasn't easy. No, I'm sure. But you did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we had. I remember we were recording inside in my room with the bed on one side to make soundproof, and I had to leave my son in school and look for Santi and look for the other guy. It was a lot of work, but I'm really proud that we finally did it and that it's going to stay in the hearts of people. So on the contrary, there's this whole thing about appropriation, our cultural appropriation. We want to be appropriated. We want the people to take it and make something out of it. Just take it, and use it as much as you can.
Do you want to
Yes.
tell us about the next little clip, one you're working on now?
It was just a tiny idea. Yeah, I can share it. I am living currently in Destin because I married, and my husband and my son they want to be here for a couple of years. And Destin is a little town in the Panhandle of Florida. It's cute. But it's just different from where I come from, right? So the beach is like, the sand is white like snow. I've never seen in my life such a white sand, and the water is super clear. But it's a different vibe because it's a huge beach, and then you have the buildings, right? You have all the development that is going on. And so it's just a different vibe. And in my little town, some people have the mindset that if we were to have these big buildings, it would be better, right? So, so I was like, no, because if we have these buildings, we don't have this white sand. We don't have this kind of beach. Our I don't want to say it like that, but our brand is the jungle. That's our uniqueness. That the jungle kissing the ocean. This is what make Puerto Viejo unique. So I made a little, very short, very basic video, and I shared it with the community. And some people, they were like, "Oh yes," they feel identified. So I don't know. It's maybe 30-second video if you want to share it.
I wanna add something that's when Flora told me this when we were discussing about the schedule of this presentation. Flora comment that to me. I say, okay, let's do it. So I went to the beach and took some shoots of the beach. This day it was so beautiful. It was really very, very summer. So, and I was really reflecting about this. What's the richness, and I came to the idea, the originality, that's what make us unique also as human beings, that is our richness. It's the same with the places. We have these. One thing I was telling with Flora is one of the, I think the only place where I saw in my life when I was that you can have like shade during you are, like swimming. You have this coral reef and the trees, they come right to the shore. And that is beautiful. That is unique. That's why the people are looking for this place, not for the buildings. Because this place with buildings can be every other places. And it's also beautiful there in Destiny, because the sand and this architecture, there are people who likes a lot of architecture, see buildings, see, the streets, I don't know. But here, that's our richness.
Yes, and also Destin is very beautiful beach, but it's the uniqueness. I wanna say it again because both places are beautiful in their uniqueness, right? So me trying to be another thing, I would look horrible. That's what we want to transmit to Puerto. So there's this whole thing against the jungle. Not everybody, just half of the population is like, oh, the jungle is dangerous. It doesn't let you have ocean view, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the jungle is what you have to protect because this is what is bringing tourism. It's not really the ocean. The ocean is like any other ocean, to be honest, for those who have traveled all over the world. The uniqueness is the jungle. Yeah, so this is what we want to say. Okay. That was it.
Very different. One is a concrete jungle, right? Wow. Beautiful. Any questions, any comments? There was something in the chat. One of the viewers were zooming in all the way from Greece. Felipe,
Please,
how are you?
people, we want to listen to you.
Hey guys, thank you so much. It is a really inspiring message, and all of the presentation carries a deep wisdom, which is part of what what makes us kind of a tribe, trying to carry on that message. So in the Pacific region, in the Boruca language, they say which means long ago the forest was for everybody. So when you see these kind of lies occurring in the science community and the the movement of the people getting together with the music, also when you see the equatorial likeness of the tropical rhythms with, for example, the Afrobeat that you used, one really gets inspired to see these work. I'm also from Costa Rica. I'm actually from San Jose, but much of my work has been in ecology and trying to also convey this with the language of music and with the transformation of society. So it is really inspiring to see people like-minded, and thank you. Yeah, congratulations on your work and keep going, guys.
Thank you so much, Felipe. Yes, we need to connect specifically with Santiago because he's there right now. Do you live currently in Costa Rica? You're living there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, beautiful. And you're a musician as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay, so there's something cooking there already.
Yes, muchas gracias, Felipe. Thank you for your appreciation and for listening. Not only for you, or of course, because you are here, but for everyone. If you want to connect with us, with me, it's just if we can add something to you, cooperate, co-create, just let's touch and let's see what we can create, what we can add with our tools, with our arts, with our knowledge, and as you say, wisdom. Let's connect and make a better world.
It's happening already.
That's what this initiative is all about, is, connecting, supporting each other, sharing ideas. Thank you. This was so beautiful. It was really, really inspiring. Carolina?
Yes, I would like to take a second first to thank Mr. Santiago and Ms. Flora for this wonderful presentation. To you, Mr. Santiago and Caribbean Seeds, for your ongoing support. You've been very kind and grateful. I'm so touched by your time and help in many ways throughout the year. So thank you for that. Also, I have a couple of questions. I know we're a little bit over time, but before we go there, I want to invite you all to next Monday's presentation, September 30th at 4:30 Eastern Time. Miss Mary Wasak will discuss her book, The Frailty of a Butterfly, My Journey Through Newborn Loss. We hope to see you all there. And now here, before we close with our takeaway, I would like to ask you about how do you make it work in a society that is so materialized, right? To have a community where the value of money is kind of like you're trying to rephrase that, right? What is the currency that circulates in your town? And by that, I mean it more theoretically, right? Of course. Also, what is the government involvement once they see that you have a different model in your town that works towards social good? I'll stop there for now, and then I'll come back.
Is that a question regarding Puerto Viejo? If it's, well, if it's a question regarding Puerto Viejo, I didn't, can you confirm it, RG?
Yes, it's for you, it's for both of you. How in
Okay.
Puerto Viejo, in Costa Rica, you were able to basically, in a way, at least from the Caribbean perspectives, right? From the Caribbean Seeds perspective, that currency, it's coming together, sharing what you have, having the nature around you, having the freedom to do this, right? It's not basically the money per se. Yes, it does exist, it's there, but you've been able to do work that brings the community together through kind of like more in-kind processes, right? That's the first one. And then the second one is that once the government starts seeing this, have you noticed any kind of coming in from the government or governmental industries to, I don't know, stop it or change it or seize it, any of that?
Well, first of all, it's interesting Puerto Viejo because during the pandemic, because it's basically agriculture and tourism, and the tourism wasn't there for like a year. The community started to search other ways of sharing food and sharing items. So there was this initiative that went really big that was called Feria del Trueque. Trueque means bartering. So it was every week, and it was like 150 people getting together. Santi played a lot there. I also remember playing there. And we would just get there, and there was actually a currency created that is called La Ceiba, which is a tree. So we decided, there was a whole system to decide the name for the currency. And so there were books where you could buy with La Ceiba. So you didn't need money, and there was a lot of trading system. And the musicians would get paid with a basket of food and items and this and that. And so that happened naturally. Now, after the borders open and then tourism started to function again, that stopped functioning less and less. It is still there, but why? Because it's not a necessity. So once the necessity is there, then you see actual change. So I believe that ARTIVISM needs to, first of all, observe what is the necessity. Because I can imagine something that is my utopia, my ideal situation, but it's maybe not the need of the community. So what is the actual need? And then make something about it. In our community, it is very common to give rides in the car. So everybody, like hitchhiking it's very, very common. And everybody's in bicycle. It's very common, maybe because that's the tropical way to hang around with your friend in the afternoon and knock the door, and maybe you're not even invited, and it doesn't matter, you can stay 3 hours. So it's already there. It's already in our nature to do stuff together. And because life is so simple, that is very different from Denmark, where you have, I don't know, 7 months of winter, because it's a tropical environment where you can hang around with sandals and a t-shirt all day long. You don't need much. So it's easier to, or there is different challenges. So the challenge in Puerto Viejo is the discipline. Maybe the challenge in another country is another thing, I don't know. But in Puerto Viejo in particular, is discipline. So Santi and I were very disciplined. So this is why we were able to make this, because a lot of the musicians that you see in the video, in the last video, are not disciplined at all. But we were the container, and they were flowing in our container. That's what I can say.
Yes, makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that. Before we close, we have the tradition here in ARTIVISM. And yes, by the way, if you'd like to continue zooming in to this season 8 of ARTIVISM programming, you can go to our website, and each event has its own link. Once you register, you will receive the Zoom link. But yes, it will be Mondays at 4:30 via Zoom, and we hope to see you all for the remainder of the season as well. We close today with a takeaway. I would like to ask both of our artivists today, Mr. Santiago and Ms. Flora, to leave us with a takeaway for action.
A takeaway for action. Can you rephrase that, because I don't understand exactly.
Sure, something kind of like, what would be the main point from your presentation today that you would like the audience to walk away from here today, right? But not only that, not only kind of like theoretical, but in addition to that, leave us with something that we can go and do in our own communities, in our own context.
Well, I will say something, and maybe Santi have other ideas. I think inclusion is very important in the whole process. And then positive message, not really engaging in the fight, but in the solution, in the positive. That's what I encourage to do always. Santi?
Totally agree with Laura. Integration, how I said before, the experience is what unites the people. And when you feel part of something, you want to take care of this as your family, as your community, as the nature is surround you. So for me, that's the most important thing. Go co-create with your community, even you are 2, 3, 5, do something and unite and add something. Maybe the other people, maybe it's a lot of people who want to do the same, but they don't dare, you know? But when they see you, they get inspired from you, and they say, "Oh wow, I wanted to do that. I want to be part of that. How can I help to this? Let's do another one." And I think this is the message.
Pura vida, como decimos en Costa Rica.
Pura vida, Caro.
Yes, thank you to our sponsors, Delphi University, Gottesman Libraries at Teachers College, Columbia University, and Sing for Hope. Also to Professor Argy, and of course to our marvelous artists, of which we have 3 today because Felipe Vega had also presented in a previous season. I'm so glad he's here, and I hope that you all connect and keep us posted of how that connection came about in regards to the results of what you're going to be creating marvelous work together. Thank you. See you soon. Y hasta la próxima, muchachos. Que disfruten. Feliz tarde.
Thank you. Thank you.